Greetings, everyone. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, the founder of the Digital Domination Tribe, coming back at you with another video. I feel very excited and very hyped. Just so many great things are happening for me as a digital marketer. I'm really being able to reach more people, and more people are being able to reach me, and I'm being able to help people. My business model is doing well and growing. I'm making money. I'm helping other people break through thresholds and seeing them be successful on the digital landscape, which always excites me. I know people may not believe that someone else being successful and someone else making money and someone else leveling up, that gets me excited when that doesn't directly affect me. But I have the certain type of mindset. I just like to see people win. And if I can contribute to people winning on this digital landscape, man, that does it for me. But on this video, I don't want to be long. I just want to address and talk about something that's been floating in my mind and maybe floating in the mind of some others out there as you work on the digital landscape. The whole concept of graphic design and this platform called Canva. And the subject that I want to talk about tonight is titled, Is Canva Enough for Digital Marketing, Social Media Marketing, and putting out branded items as a digital marketer or a social media marketer or content creator? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Let me preface this by saying that this is in no way to minimize any of my friends or anyone in general who is a professional graphic designer. I have friends, associates, and acquaintances who have went to school for this, whether 2 years with an associate or full 4 years with a bachelor's degree, or they went to boot camps and got certs and so on and so on. And they take this very professionally and they take this very serious. And some of them, because of the dedicated education they have put into this and the time they put into this, skin in the game, they're not the biggest fans of Canva because, it's considered like, a cheat, if you will. It's not really putting in that intense labor of graphic design. It's more template based and drag and drop type graphic designing. So, some of them have a not so well opinion of Canva, and I don't want to upset any of them by this video. But getting that out the way, that this is not a slight to them, but I'm raising the question and hope to answer it in the time of this video. Is Canva enough for digital marketing, social media marketing, content creation, and content marketing? I just renewed my Canva account last week. I paid it up for a year. I don't like to do the monthly dinging, but just go ahead and pay it up for a year. And for myself, I've been very, very pleased with Canva. Canva has come a long way. I've used Canva for years, and I've seen the steady progression of improvement in Canva from where it started to where it is now, where they're actually integrating a lot of AI tools in it now, where you can kind of prompt the system and tell the system what you have an idea of creating, and the system will create those ideas that you prompted on. And it's still a work in progress, as AI is still a work in progress, as anybody who uses AI can attest the imperfect nature of social media. Chat GPT or AI, that a lot of times it get it right, it gets it things right, but also sometimes it doesn't get things right. You can prompt and it can get confused, and the graphics ain't right and the wording ain't right, and you have to re-prompt and re-clarify. And so that same imperfection is in Canva and you try to prompt it, tell it, hey, create a logo or create a meme or create a clip art or create, something for me that I can use. And, sometimes they can get it right, but you can see a lot of imperfections. But they're adding that as well. But just to get to the point, if you're a digital marketer, if you are a social media marketer, if you're a content creator marketer, in my opinion, I think Canva is good enough and very good for the everyday basic needs that you will need to fulfill as what I mentioned: digital marketing, social media marketing, content creation. Canva is good enough and very good for those type of tasks. Now, of course, Canva's not excuse me, Canva's not going to make you the next master level graphic designer. You're not using Photoshop. You're not using any of those advanced tools. You're not learned in the theories and the application of graphic design and color theory and all that stuff that makes a great graphic designer. You're not going to be that next top level graphic designer where you're going to be creating cutting edge graphic designs for top level marketing companies or Hollywood or some other entity of major business. You're not going to be doing that. But on a everyday level, say you need to make a meme, you need to put a graphic background and put some words lay on top of that. You can do that with Canva. If you want to shoot a video and edit that video and add some transitions and add some background music and add some elements to it, Canva got you. You can do that with Canva. If you wanted to on YouTube, you wanted to make you some nice, attractive banners to announce your video and be those placeholders for your videos, Canva got you. If you wanted to do some social media ads and create some nice digital flyers and stuff like that, Canva got you. Even if you wanted to create some merch and create your own t-shirt line or create some branded merch, Canva got you on that. And myself, I use Canva every day, 7 days a week. I'm always thinking of something to do and to create, and I go right into Canva and I use it. And I'm not even ashamed to say that for a lot of my clients, I use Canva to help create a lot of their digital assets, and I have not got a complaint yet from any client from any digital asset that I create. I've not been told that it looked booty or it looked downgraded or it looks like something that's just terrible. Now, a graphic designer may not be totally pleased with it because they're looking at it from such a high level of quality of being a professional graphic designer. They look at Canva and just kind of like, no, that's not that and that's not that. But for the everyday Joe, the everyday man and woman who's just trying to create digital assets for social media, create digital assets, for content, create digital assets just as a digital marketer, email marketing. You can create digital books and digital products right in Canva. It's good enough for that. So I asked the question, is Canva good enough? And I would answer yes, Canva is good enough and is actually very good for those type of tasks. So if you're not on Canva, I would advise you to get on Canva. They have a free account. A lot of stuff is locked behind the paywall. You'll have to pay either monthly or annually. Annually, I think I paid $115 or $120 for a whole year of access to Canva. That's not bad. You pay it up once a year, and then for the next 12 months, you got full access to this amazing tool. And then you can schedule your post to go out. You can set it up where it can post to multiple social media platforms at one time. It's a lot of benefits to it. You can remove backgrounds. You can remove backgrounds in videos. You can do so much with Canva, and even just the free account, which is what I started out with, and it's fully functional, and you can do a whole lot with the free account with the templates that it provides and the pictures and backgrounds that it provides. You can get a lot. You can get away with a lot with just that. But if you want to kick it up a notch and get full access to all the templates, all the pictures, all the backgrounds, all the bells and whistles, all the tools, if you want to be able to remove backgrounds and all that good stuff, you got to upgrade and pay that money. And if you do pay, I wouldn't advise paying it month by month. You're going to pay a little bit more. Just go ahead and knock it out for the year. 115, 120, whichever one it is. And you got a great tool that you can use to create a whole lot of digital assets, right? So that's pretty much everything. I just wanted to ask and answer that question. Is Canva good enough? Yes, it's good enough. This is not a slight to any professional graphic designer. I'm sure some may disagree with me, and they may disagree in the comments, but I will only say to them, you have to understand that everybody doesn't have the time commitment or even want to go to school for 2 to 4 years just when they want to make a meme on social media, when they just want to make a meme for Instagram. And people in that covers like more people, majority of people are on that type of time. They're not finna go to school 2 to 4 years to learn these, graphic design education. They just want to make something this weekend, some memes. They may just want to make a flyer. They may just want to make some business cards. They may just want to make a digital flyer or something like that. Then for that category of segment of the community, Canva is that tool for them. And if they want to go above that and create something highly polished and highly professional, then I would advise at that point, go ahead and call you a professional graphic designer. If you're trying to create a professional book cover, I wouldn't advise you necessarily to try to wing that yourself through Canva, even though you can. I wouldn't advise that because a book cover is so important to the presentation of your book and the sale of your book that you have to have that thing right. And to get that, I would highly advise you go ahead and call you a professional graphic designer who has experience in producing book covers and the spine and the back cover of the book. Go ahead and call that graphic designer for those type of things. So I'm not saying go Canva to hell with graphic designers, but I am just saying again that for everyday people, Canva is good enough and then some. So this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. Thank you for checking out this video. Check me out at Digital Marketing with Mustafa. That's digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. That's my one-stop shop, which will include my blog, which will include my podcast, which will include my YouTube videos. It also include my digital downloads, my book, How to Build Your Brand and Information Empire with Content. It's a free downloadable ebook. You can download it right now. You can also download, I have an AI cheat sheet guide, which will show you some prompts and give you some inside information of how you can use AI and make AI work for you in the form of Chat GPT. Also, check me out on social media at the Digital Domination Tribe. That's my Facebook page. Is new and it's going to grow, and it's going to be a community of people who want to dominate in the digital landscape, and we're going to come together and share and ask questions and learn and grow and become a great community. I would advise you to join on and connect with that page. Excuse me. And just stay in contact with me. I announced I got 3 books that's coming out: Digital Domination, Book 1, Book 2, Book 3. More information will be coming out about that, but you can keep in the loop at digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. If you have any specific questions, excuse me, getting a little dry lips, you can email me at letstalk@digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. That's letstalk@digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. Email me. I can entertain some questions and I'll give you a quick answer on certain things and let you know. If it's a little bit more in depth, then I'm going to advise you to go ahead and book a consultation with me, or we can deep dive into your question or concerns and figure it out. All right. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, founder of the Digital Domination Tribe. See you on another video.